iju akwụkwọ onye na-achị ya, iju akwụkwọ onye na nke ya, ebe onye ọsọ lụrụ onye ije ga-egwu, onye lụrụ ọma ịracha. Onye na-eso maka na ọdụ odogwu, ma ihe o ji bụrụ odogwu, ma ihe na-akụrụ odogwu egwu, ị ga-agba ngwa egwu ọ na-agba ọ na-atụo, ngogidodogwu na-ebuo, ịmaghị iwu iwe osisi, oke ọchịchọ ka mmadụ ji anwụju, nke chinyere onye ya dị ya afọ, iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya, iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya, ebe onye ọsọ lụkwa onye ije ga-eruo, onye ozuru ọma
Mari, Chad, Sorrebos Cross.
Onye na-emenye ajisi ike oge aka ọ dị njọ ọ ga-adị mma chi jiri eji ga-eforere onye achụ n'ụwa n'ike ịchụbakwa ihe ịchụtara iburu
onye mgbara egbe
onye ndidi bụ ya
onye mgburu onye mgbara ụka ọsọsọ ozi ọma Chineke si mgbasa n'igwe ka nna gbasa kezie ka o si metụta unu ọ bụ gịnị mere unu nwa na-asị ka akpọta Nnamdi Kanu ka egbuo ya ọha na eze na ndị gọvanọ ọ bụ na gịnị mere ndị herdsmen na-egbusi ndị mmadụ n'ugwu Awụsa ndị gọvanọ ha n'ugwu Awụsa kpọrọ ka abịagbusie ha ịbụ onunugo na onye na-achị ugwu Awụsa gọvanọ pụtara sị ka egbusie ndị herdsmen na onunugo na onye Yoruba pụtara sị ka egbusie ndị OPC ọ bụ na sọsọ ndị Igbo n'ihi na unu na-agbalịka alịka ka unu ga-agbara ndị Fulani odibo onye pụtara sị ka agbara Fulani odibo nsị na mụ abụọ Nnamdi Kanu aga ma agbara Fulani odibo ha nwere ha kwesịrị ịgbara mụ odibo ihe na-esere mụ na ha gaa n'ugwu Awụsa ndị ha na-akpọrọ isi n'ala na-ajụ ha o unu n'ebe a Nnamdi Kanu ọpụtakwa n'ụbọchị one unu ha pịa ọ na-akpagharị ebe niile ego na ga-enyekwa ya ọzọ onye ahụ otiri mkpu bịa ọ gaa na BBC Igbo na-akọrọ ha aka m esokwa ya aka ọkwụ ọgwụ ogo nwa bụ onye isi nche na steeti gị ị ga-agwa m na o nwere ka ndị agha obodo ekwensu bụ uzu Naijiria ga-esi malite na-akpa mkpamkpa n'obodo gị ịmaghị ihe gbasara ya ngwongwo niile esi be mburu akwa ebe ka esi ikpeazụ ka ebugara na gọọmenti hatụ na ezinna m ha na-ekiri na-amụ amụ ohe were ụmụnna ha na-eresi ndị Fulani chee na ndị Fulani ga-ahụ ha n'anya wee na-ajụ na-asị gị na-emere ọha na eze n'ụbọchị nketa akwa ofu Jibril a ha na-agbara odibo ha na-achụrụ ofi akwa ọkwa ofu Jibril a gwara ugbu a bịa tisa ọha na eze tiwa ya ụzọ abụọ ịhụnanya ya
owuwe otu ọ ga-abụ ma gị ma ha nwere ike bịakọta ọnụ ka akpa ihe ọfụma nwee nkwekọrịta otu a ga-esi gaa n'ihu
ihe na-eme na ndị be anyị wụ na ha na-aghọtachi anyị na-eme ọfụma iji ọha ha sịrị m chọrọ ikewapụ Biafra n'ime Naijiria na onweghị ihe ziri ezi na iwu obodo ha akwadoghị ya nna ajụ ha sị ya kee ụzọ chọrọ isi ime ya asị na ọwụ ka a ga mee ntuli aka elu anyị bịanyecha aka atụcha vootu aga na ebe a na-eme iwu anọrọ akpa ya ekwekọrịta anyị gawa n'iru njụọ ha ndị na-eme iwu obodo Naijiria mmadụ ole si Kano steeti pụta 44 ọ bụ mmadụ ole na-emekwe n'iwu a si Abia Imo na Bayelsa pụta ha erughị sọsọ Kano steeti ọ bụzi ụzọ dị anya ka ị ga-esi wee nweta ihe a ibu n'obi ebe ndị ọwa anyị na ha na-awụ nọchiri egwu aga agbachi ụzọ nọchi ebe niile.
All right, the message is very clear. I mean, I'm very happy about what is going on. The situation every single day gives me too much energy. I feel that Biafra, I'm already seeing Biafra. I'm telling you the truth. The flags are going down. They're going, anywhere you see that flag, bring it down. And then before you know it, our own flag will fly. It will fly high. Some people are saying, hey, why do you want to do it only in Biafra land? No, that is our land. We are not taking what doesn't belong to us. But if you force us, if by chance you push us into getting away from Biafra land to go into other regions to look for the same thing, well, anywhere we take belongs to us. I keep saying it. I have said it before, and I'm saying it again. You see all these children I move overseas, these children in diaspora, they will one day go to Abuja and say, hey, get the hell out of here. This is my father's land, man. You can take it. It's going to happen. Just give us Biafra. Let us go peacefully. Take whatever we have. We are the ones sacrificing. So don't let it be your problem. I read something from Ohaneze Ndibo, because these people are a bunch of idiots, bunch of Ndimiamu like me. These people, most of them are my age, but they are still stupid. They want to die in stupidity. They want to remain the way they are and go to grave. That's this year. I don't know what they're thinking. He's telling us that, we're sitting at home, we are punishing ourselves. Go and sit down. So why do you care? Punishing yourself. People are already suffering. Oh, it's affecting our economy. What economy? The woman that is selling a goosey and a in the market, what economy does she have? She goes out there, to hawk. Whatever she makes for that day, she takes care of her family. The people that are going to be affected, that are crying, are the so-called people sitting down there and calling themselves Ndohanes and Dibo. We think we don't know. The people that are flying aeroplane from one point to the other, the transporters that are running the Canadian buses and everything, they are the ones that are making the real money, and they are the ones that are going to suffer. And they are the ones that are supposed to not have allowed us to get to this situation that we are in right now. Some say, oh, they're not in government. What do you mean they're not in government? They have the power. They might not be in government physically, yes, but they can control certain things. They can wake up, somebody who wakes up in the, people used to say in those days when I was younger, they say, our women in as it's here, they say, oh, mothers, African women don't have a say in the house, that the men are in charge. Who told you that? Why are you fooling yourself? Because I know that when I'm small, this is your father is coming. It's okay. It's like, but when mama enters the house, this is somebody who decides what you eat, decides when you eat, decides how you go to school, when you dress and go. Who's in charge, for God's sake? So these people you see that are business people, what are they afraid of? Nothing. They are just selfish. For them, it is the way that the British people, what they inducted into us. We don't care about the man in the gate. The gate man is not important. Because as long as he is there, as long as I keep him suppressed, he will always come to me and say, Oga, good morning, sir. Oga, can I wash your car? Oga, can I wash your toilet? Oga, can I do this? You like that. That gives you joy. I remember one American actor went to Nigeria to do a movie. And that was sometime, I think, early 90s or so. He was being interviewed. I think he was in opera. And he said something that was very significant. He said, what I observed about Nigeria, he went to Nigeria to make a movie. And the comment he made was that you could be driving in the street of Nigeria and you see a beautiful building that costs millions of dollars to build. But around those buildings, all the houses around the building, put them together, they're not even worth 1/4 of the price of that one single building. In other words, he's telling us something. Because over here, it will never happen. You don't just go. There are areas you can't go and live. No, you need permission to do these things. So if you want to build a $10 million house in a shank, it's okay. Go there, clean it up. Remember Clinton? When he left office, he was looking for a place. They were saying they're going to get him office. And they said Bronx. The next thing they want to do is to clean up the area. They were not going to drive anybody, but at least make sure that anybody there that takes it, that needs a loan to fix his place, they will give. But these people will stay there, and all they know is drive out of their house. The only good road they have is the road that leads from the main road into their mansion. They even put, what do they call it? Interlock. Make it look very beautiful. As soon as you open that gate, as soon as the gate of his compound is open, the rest you're on your own. There are potholes everywhere. There are no gutters. Water is cutting some of the roads into two. Nobody cares. None of them would say anything. And they use that, they stake on that. They cannot come out and organize. They are not working for anybody. They are working for themselves. They are thinking about their pocket. I saw if I'm about throwing clothes to people on the campaign. That's all they do. They come out during that time, they give you bunches of, after that, you're not going to see him anymore. Of course you're not. But you don't need to see him because there's nothing he's going to do for you anyway. You're going to see him. It will only hurt you if you waste your time, and at the end of the game, you don't see him. All you will do complaining. Nah, look at myself, you're an idiot. Why are you even at Tariafu? Let him carry his cross. So when you're cooking and the small boy hanging around, there's no small boy hanging around, not going to you won't give it to anybody. So these people are all very selfish. All of them are talking now. Only the pace is jumping from fire pan to fire, blaming whoever is going to blame. We don't care. What we know is that Biafra is our own. Biafra is what we want, and Biafra is what we're going to get, regardless of what you say. 1st of October is a good example. We're going to lock down everywhere. There's no movement. Well, let me go to the election. Somebody inbox and said election. I say, I'm going to talk about it. But the truth is that yesterday, our Department of State, they spoke yesterday, the representative, China Sanguru. He explained it very well because somebody asked the same question there. He said, why are you not talking about the election? And he said, they have their plans. And believe me sincerely, their plan is working. When they announce this bringing down the flag and having a perpetual sit at home if our leader is not brought to court, I said, yes. It just fell out of my mouth, yes. Because they spoke my mind. It's about time we start showing these people that we are. Anyway, I like, people have different things. As in Nketana Boja, he's not a very talking person. I've seen him a couple of times. And to be honest, in meetings, I look at him like he is very, how would I describe it? Why 16 gentleman? He doesn't say anything. But people like this, you have to be very careful. Before. So we are very happy about Department of State. They are doing excellently, very, very well. Anybody who does not like what they are doing and you want to condemn, you are free to condemn whatever you want. But the truth is that whatever they tell you to do and you don't do it, you are out of IPOB. It's as simple as that. They have work to do. If they give you the work to do and you think you want to protest against it, you don't like it, what we say is command and control. Obey before complain. Our leader has always said that. If they tell you to do something, do it and complain later. People will listen to you. But if you disobey, then it becomes insubordination. You don't do that. Don't forget, this is not PDP or APC or PFY or ABC, whatever they call themselves. This is a quasi-military regime. It's a revolutionary organization. And revolution means revolution. Revolution means obey. Even if two of us plan the coup and eventually if you succeed and I fail and I want to take you out, it's insubordination, you'll be killed. But we're not killing anybody. All we are saying is if you don't want to take what you are told, please. It's an easy way out. Take the easy way out. Just give it up. Don't pretend as if you are one of us, because that's the most dangerous one. Most of them pretend. However, there are people out there, like I was saying yesterday before my time was up, there are people yesterday who are genuinely, I'm telling you, absolutely and genuinely Biafran. They are Biafrans to the core. But their information, where they get their information is what bothers me, because we have always said it. Radio Biafra is the source of our information. If you listen to Radio Biafra, you will get more information. You'll be more equipped so that if you want to make any argument with anybody, you know exactly what you're talking about. If you go out to bloggers, you have the right to listen to bloggers, honestly. Listen to them. Most of them are doing well in their own way, but the truth is, anything you hear from them, take it with a pinch of salt. Don't just swallow anything they tell you. No, absolutely not. You'll be making a mistake. The mistake is not that what they say doesn't hold. They do. They say things that happen, but it's not something exaggerated. They make it look like it's happening today. Somebody says something like, Nnamdi Kanu is out of jail. and then you jump there. You listen to the blogger from beginning to the end. He doesn't even talk about it. Private, the closest you can say is that people held a meeting and the meeting had been decided that we're going to bring him out. You know, stories like that, they are good. And they do that all the time. Newspapers, they do the same thing. They give you a very, very attractive headline. The important thing is to bring you there. Then when you read through it, you discover that most of those things are not there, especially those, in fact, those who know how to do it are those that will give you breaking news. And then all of a sudden they start writing. And then they will write something that will about 8 paragraphs. Who has time to be reading all that stuff? Because if you have a news, go straight to the news. You don't need to write an encyclopedia just because you want to report the news. But the truth is, the headline is to bring you there. So be careful where you get your information from so that you'll be better equipped in your argument. Some of you are genuinely arguing, but the information source, when you ask them, where did you see this? They'll not even remember which source. They're calling names. Oh, this person's a blogger. Well, everybody's a blogger. I know how to blog. To be honest with you, I do. I studied it and I know how to do it. It's something I don't want to do. So be careful where you get your information. I was talking about it yesterday because there are people who are genuinely really Biafrans, honestly. Their problem is that their source of information is not very correct. And when they go in there, whatever they get there is what they give out. Garbage in, garbage out. That's the way we talk about it. So anything you get out there is something that you have gathered, but unfortunately, your information, your source is not correct. We are doing excellently well. Biafra movement is doing IPOB. I kiss all of you and I say, you are doing your best. You're doing what you're supposed to do. See the way things are falling out. Everybody's confused today. Nigeria is so confused that they're even going out to rent people to do a protest. Do they really have to do all these things? They don't have to, but they're crazy. Because how can somebody go and sit down and think you go to New York and have a rally and you get people to come out and say Nigeria should be one or Nigeria is great, Nigeria is that, without thinking, where are these people going to come from? Even if you want us to pay them, how are you going to shut them up not to talk? Because there's no way you can get 50 Americans out there. 50? Why am I talking 50? Even if you get all the staff of the embassy and force them to go and stand there and protest that Nigeria must go, some of them will not be there. I'm telling you, some people will take time off because they know. If anybody get it, there's no way you can, anybody that is in right thinking mind will go out there and want to say that Nigeria is such a great nation. No. Nigeria is over. It's finished. What we are waiting for is that matches to be scratched, and it's going to be scratched very soon if they don't do something about it. Yesterday, one of our brothers, VC Igwe, his name, I saw a video he did. I don't know his profile. I don't follow him, but I listened to what he said, and I felt that we need to share it with him. But before then, I want to give you a story about this story. This soldier is a Biafran, actually, because when we're talking about people leaving the army, you think we are joking. This is from eyewitness said how I was arrested, sentenced to death because I requested for better weapons to fight Boko Haram. This is ex-Nigerian soldier. The point is that who is Boko Haram? We want the world to know that Buhari's government, the government of Nigeria, the central government of Nigeria, they are the Boko Haram. They are the terrorists. We say it every day and they think it's propaganda. Now this is a story from an ex-soldier, ex-Nigerian soldier, who was dismissed from the army and was condemned to death, was sentenced to death actually. So he come out and he's telling us his story. I will take a bit of this story. I'm not going to take it all because I can see that some people already wanted to start talking. I will take a little bit of the story, then I will take you to the conversation that we're going to have this morning.
Attacked my base, the base I was supposed to protect. We were at Benefek, advancing, and the call came to my commander that Gira Barak was under attack. That same 14th of April, that was the same day Boko Haram attacked Chihuahua girls. It was a bloody operation. I am Trooper Temple Ahonanya, a Special Forces soldier.
That's a Biafran.
I was enlisted into the army on the 20th of August, 2012. After my enlistment, I passed out from training on the 17th of December. After that, I was transferred. I was posted to 101 Battalion, Kanji in Niger State. Months after that, I was inducted into the theater fully for the purpose to counter the terrorists, the Boko Haram terrorists terrorizing us in Nigeria. When I got to Maiduguri, to Borno State, Maiduguri, as the journey went on, my first task in Borno State was town patrol. After my first task, I was deployed straight to Dambra local government. The first attack that happened in Dambra was when we overpowered Boko Haram terrorists with our inferior weapons. As time went on, I met with my commander, my loving commander. I said, sir, when we went for our first attack, I noticed my weapon used to jam. The weapon is jamming, it jams. So he said to me that there is an alternative. He said I should make sure that I service my rifle on daily basis, like every morning. I said, Augusta, I normally used to service my rifle daily because of the terrain. The first day I went to Sambisa Forest, my first encounter in Sambisa Forest was when I knew that what Boko Haram terrorists used against my troop was more sophisticated than the one I used. When we got engaged in a fierce battle, as they were firing and we were firing, I discovered my weapon, the sound of my weapon was nowhere near. I discovered they were using Browning machine gun. That's Browning machine gun with the anti-aircraft machine gun. Those two machine guns were what my troop lacked. Because the highest weapon we had, the highest machine gun we had, was the MPMG machine gun. The Browning machine gun has an effective range of 8,800 meters, while its maximum range is above 7,000 meters. That is the BMG for you. Then the anti-aircraft machine gun has an effective range of 12,000 meters. The killing range of the rifle I used in Borno State to counter terrorists has an effective range of 400 meters, the killing range, while the maximum range is 800 meters. So with my own rifle firing at a killing range of 400 meters and 800 meters maximum range, how am I expect to overcome in the battlefield? My first deployment was town patrol. Second deployment was in Damboa. Third deployment was at Bali. All these places are dangerous terrains. Again, I still said to my commander, I still appeal to him. I appeal to him that please, we don't have nurses in the battlefront. We don't have doctors in the battlefront. We don't have first aid kit, the kit in the battlefront. How do we expect to help ourselves should in case anyone gets injured, like a bullet injury? As time goes on, after Damboa, we moved to Bali. Bali is an open ground, a rugged terrain, but very open. as time went on, the complaint became rampant. Not only me alone, soldiers began to complain because my boss told me that weapon issue has been one of the greatest challenges facing the army ever since. So when we started losing men, we lost men, brave men died in the battlefront. My next deployment was at 21 Armored Brigade.
All right, what I'm going to do right now, because I can see a lot of people on the calls. All right, the line is open for you at 646-920-4541, 845-344-7984, 994069-953. While I am keeping the line open, I have to continue listening to this guy because this report is very interesting. I am listening because I want people to know. Our leader had foreseen this a long time ago. That was all we're asking Biafrans that are in the army to please quit. Listen to what this my young man is saying. Ahunanya is his name. He's a Biafran. They sent him there to go and die. Fortunately for him, he's still alive, breathing. So they want to eliminate him. They take him out and charge him for his subordination and all that and condemn him to death. Let's listen to him because he's an eyewitness. It's not like this. It's a story that somebody told him. So,
Giwa Barracks. That was where my team formed a defense platoon. We were briefed that of a threat by Boko Haram terrorists. Unknown to us that their plan was to use that attack as a means of decoy. For everybody to concentrate on that barracks. That was when Giwa Barrack was attacked. 14th of April, 2014 was when Boko Haram attacked my base, the base I was supposed to protect. We were at Beneshek advancing, and the call came to my commander that Giwa Barrack was under attack. We had to leave. We had to turn immediately from Beneshek back to 21 Armored Brigade to repel the attack. But before we go there, Boko Haram terrorists had already caused damage. That day was bloody. Soldiers died, but I cannot ascertain the number of soldiers that died on that day. Soldiers died. Boko Haram terrorists, most of them never escaped. Most of them never escaped. They did not escape. Because the Air Force jet came, it gave us the morale, the confidence to fight back. When the Air Force jet came, the first person the Air Force jet targeted was that man behind the anti-aircraft gun. It was a bloody operation. That same 14th of April, that was the same day Boko Haram attacked Chiwa girls. That was the decoy I talked about. They formed a decoy to divert attention. The firing lasted, the battle lasted for like, let's say, 1 hour plus, 1 hour 30 minutes on the 9th of July, 2014. My team was to advance to that same Damboa again on our way going for the deployment. I noticed we were going with soft skin vehicles. And then when I checked, I saw no BMG and anti-aircraft machine guns. I myself was demoralized. The next thing we heard along the expressway going to Damboa was an RPG from nowhere. Before you knew it, they started engaging us. But because of the fact that we used soft skin vehicles, 9 soldiers died at the spot, leaving 23 other soldiers with bullet injury. On the 9th of July, 2014, that ambush was suicide. If one soldier die, we weep. The pain, the feeling you get So 9 soldiers at a go, 23 others bullet injury because we used soft skin vehicles. If we had used bulletproof vehicles, there is no way any soldier will get injured. Now, after that 9th of July ambush, that Boko Haram killed 9 soldiers and 23 others in
All right, I have a call coming. Let me take this call before I continue with the story. All right. Caller on WhatsApp, tell us your name and where you're calling from. Good morning from here.
Yes, good afternoon, Mazi Peters.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me, and thank you for what you have been doing for Biafra. I know I disturbed the clip you are playing. It's a wonderful clip to listen. Please, I just want to contribute before, because I know your line is always hot.
Yes,
yesterday I tried to come in, but I didn't make it. Mazi, I just want to thank you once again for your dedication and your tenacity to see that we get Biafra. Mazi, allow me to appreciate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and do I say his days belong on this earth. Long live Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, long live IPOB, long live Netizens of Biafra, and also long live ESN. Mazi, yesterday was Interact section, question and answer by our DOS, HOD.
Yes.
They make it wonderful yesterday. Mazi, I really love that.
Yeah.
And people called and, answer some questions, ask some questions, and DOS clarify all the whole questions. For example, there's one question that one of our brothers asked, which I want to say here. I think it's Master Prophet. He answered a question about finance, and our DOS clarified this completely. So we don't want anybody again to talk about finance here anymore. The clarification is there. DOS is working day and night to see that everything has been put in place and everything taking own shape. Like yesterday, somebody called also, mentioning about a protest from the United Nations that Biafrans are not much there. And the US take the blame somehow because they did not make it and they did not announce it. They take some blames and some other blames is not from them. We accept that. You see, when you're at fault, accept your blame. When you're at fault, you accept your blame. Because this is freedom fight. We are not here for democracy yet. When we get Biafra, as our leaders normally said, then you can demonstrate the only way you like it. For now, we are fighting to liberate ourselves, which we have to follow command and control. That is more this thing for us to do. We have to follow DOS. Whatever they tell us, we follow them. Yesterday, many questions people answered, and my brother make it very as easy as anything, and everybody understand it. Now, when they come for this Ohanes and Mazi, this man Mary Huka, the Salmon Naja, what is name Obios or what, telling us to go and protest in Abuja. We are in our land, Biafra, protesting peacefully, and there are cleaners there. You invite them to come there and clean us, and you want us to go to Abuja and protest. These people, they are very idiotic. I'm sorry to say this, I'm sorry to use foul language, but this man, he don't know what he's saying. What gives this man morale to say what he's saying is because when this man, what they do his own, he do his own finish and he go cut-free. Nothing happens to him. So you will take that morale to stand up again, to become making rubbish, to talking rubbish again. Let me tell this man, Obiozo or Obiano, whatever your name may be, we are not here to joke. We have crossed the Rubicon, point of no return. Let me tell you, be quiet. Go and sit down. If you don't want to support what we are doing, go home and relax. If you put something what we are doing, we will come after you. You are not a politician. You're only a traditional district. You are not a politician. Keep your mouth shut. Let me warn you now. Keep your mouth shut. Don't interfere in what we are doing. If you know you don't want to get it hot, I'm warning you now. Mazi, let me tell you one thing again before I drop. Biafrans, they are doing wonderful. You see, this bringing the zoo flag down, Mazi, is ongoing. And every zoo flag must bring down before that 1st of October. We are working hardly, and the guys is doing the needful. I'm telling you, they are doing the needful. And now, let me tell those who said they don't want to hear. 1st of October is the done deal. 1st of October, we don't want to joke with it. Please, be careful. Don't take this thing. Don't say that it's always the way it's supposed to be. So no. 1st of October is done deal. These keke riders, these commuters, these bus drivers, these people that sell anything, please be at home. Leave the road for we and him. I got more than do if we bear do it, but the time is coming. And let me warn the politician, 21st of October, we show how we are going to live with you people. 21st of October, the day is coming. The day is coming. 21st of October is the due day. Mazi, thanks for having me. God bless you.
God bless you. All right. Thank you so much. Let's see. I have another call coming in. Let me take this one. Caller on straight line. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. What happened to that line? The line just dropped itself. All right. I was taking a call before this line. So my brother that just spoke about yesterday's broadcast, China Samuel was answering interactive session. It was very interesting. I was in that program too. I did call in because I listened to it from the beginning to the end. What our objective, most of our questions that our people are asking is this. There's a saying that says when we get to the bridge, we will cross it. And somebody will sit down and ask, if these people have found our radio station in London as if they were looking for it. That radio station is an internet radio. What are we going to do if they go and jam that station? That's a stupid question. Question is question, but when you ask certain things, even if there's something we're going to do, what are we going to do? Just talk about it on air? Come on, guys. We have to think. And then another distraction is okay. Let me continue with taking the calls, and then I'll still get there. Caller on WhatsApp. Good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Mazi, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yes. Mazi, my name is Ifeanyi, calling from my location. As I thank God for this day, hearing our voices from all corners of the world. I thank God for the life of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukano. We thank God for all Biafrans all over the world. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama, let his name be praised always. In the name of Chukwu Okike Abiyama, I pray. Mazi, yes, Mazi, I said why I called this morning is one thing about this clip you were playing. We should remember one thing our leader said. Serve the zoo and come back with shame. If we remember all the people that is serving the zoo, or those that serve the zoo, they are all coming back with shame. You see, when our leader was calling them, let them come back, resign from that dungeon military, come back home. Our people didn't listen to him, and those serving in the zoo, nobody listened to him. You see, both the so-called governors, when you hear what Wiki was saying last week inside the church, you will be baffled. You say, who is saying this? Is it Wiki or another person? And all of them are making U-turn. Because the zoo government is coming after them one by one. Another thing I want to say is this about this brother who said about talked about George Obiozo. I think what we're gonna do is to go for the protest in the house of George Obiozo. George Obiozo. We are going to go carry the protest to his house. I know if I don't know his house, if I don't know his village, Biafrans know his village, where he come from. We're going to perform that our protest in his house. You go hear me?
Thank you.
And this intercession about DOS host yesterday, one of our sister Efe said something about his people concerning this October 1 coming, or sit at home. Let me say it, sit at home. That it doesn't reach their places. I said it yesterday on this platform that our brothers from that region, those region, will help us. Not when we say sit at home, it will be only 5 Anambra Imo. No. It's gonna reach everywhere. They will help us. Those in diaspora will start calling their people that sit at home is that they should go ahead and do it with others.
Thank you.
Let them go inside, not when we say sit at home. Some of them will be going their businesses. It's like those places are not Biafra land. It's Biafra land. Let them help us by calling their people. If the radio has not reached their places, Mazi, let me hold it here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, this is Radio Biafra USA too. Like interactive section that happened yesterday, I was talking about it before a call came in. Please, anybody who calls at this time, I want you to please cut it down. Because we're spending so much time and you find out that you're repeating yourself because you run. As the shorter, the better. The message will go up much more faster if you be able to cut it down. So yesterday, there was so many people called the interactive session yesterday, and Brother Chinas made wonderful answers, and those answers were things that, but there are many of us who were asking some very silly questions. What are we going to do when the radio station is taken over by the British? My brother, whatever we're going to do, when we get to that bridge, we'll cross it, because I don't know why we'll be asking questions like that. We can't be sending out information to the world that we're not we're not sure what is going on. It's today that they started, everybody knows what the thing is. It's a registered, Radio Biafra is registered and they're paying taxes on it. Otherwise, Nigeria could have closed a long time ago. You forgot that our satellite got disappeared in the orbit. These are things that you have to follow. If you come into radio, you come into Biafra movement, concentrate and go backwards and listen to past podcasts. All the information you need, they are all there. I am not saying that it is wrong to ask questions. What we are going to do, we are procrastinating. We are hoping that something will happen. Well, even if we have a plan, a big plan, do you have to air it on air? No. And then the ESN fund they are talking about, it is not new. We remember Defense Fund, right? When our leader was accused, Defense Fund, there was so much noise about this Defense Fund that most of us were not in IPAB, so we don't even know what Defense Fund was. They made so much noise about it. Our leader came to New York and then raised it. Okay, Defense Fund, Nnamdi Kanu took Defense Fund. How many people here paid the Defense Fund, my brother? In the whole hall, Maditru. And then director was there, even embarrassing in New York, because even in New York, the Defense Fund was $1,000 and something. These are things. So when they create these things, this just don't. Yesterday I was praying and said, my brother Chinas, please don't let these people make you say things that is not for public consumption. Yeah, I was scared. I said, oh my God, they put so much pressure on this man. He's going to tell them what they are not supposed to know. And that will bring problem to us, because most of the people asking these are probably are not pure Biafrans. They are not. So there are certain things that when a question is stupid, if you garbage in, garbage out, I said it this morning, if you ask a stupid question, you should get a stupid answer. There are questions that you don't even supposed to answer at all, and let it just fly off. Caller on straight line, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon from here.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, my big brother. Mazi, your brother was calling from UK. Mazi, the one that placed my heart in that very good interaction yesterday when our brother Chinas was discussing with Biafra. One of our brothers are supposed to do more better. I was trying to call him yesterday to even say something bad about that our brothers. They didn't see me. That is who I am. I air my own anger against some of our people. Now, does he mean that our people did not learn anything from our leader? Does he mean that some of our leaders, some of our IPD members, our brothers, not reason. How can somebody pull up on social media? You know that they do listen to Biafra, and then you asking one stupid question that why is it the ESM, their children are not going to school? Do you know how ESM come about? Do you know who they are? I don't know who they are. How did you know that they have children that go to school? But by our people. In fact, Mazi, let me know just for your program this afternoon. If not, some of our people in Europe, some of us in Europe, we reason like a cow. Well, anybody who don't like what I say should go and work for a farm and die. Some of our people in Europe, even our brothers that live in Biafra land are more reasonable. They think more. They even go to Biafra and see how those our brothers articulate themselves with a security white. They are the ones that are even going to tell you where to go and where to go. You can't see them talking anyhow. You see people in Europe calling that international station yesterday, the whole world is listening, asking why asking Kira someone without speaking question yesterday. Why is our ESF not going to school? That gradually, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you very much. You see, your mind just went exactly what I was thinking about. I had that question, and that's the place I freezed. I freezed in my mother. It's like, oh my God, I hope Chinasa doesn't even respond to this idiot. Because ESN, they are not walking in the street. How do you know them? How do you know that their children are going to school? Okay, now that you know that children are going to, why are you calling Chinasa? Why don't you send your money to them to go to school? You don't have to train only. Send on scholarship. Go ahead and do it. Tell us how many of the children you have taken. No. These are the kind of, I said yesterday, I just was praying that our brother don't get upset and start answering, because I wish I was the one there asking this question, because some of them will be embarrassed. Caller, good morning. Call on straight line. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Good afternoon to you, Dr. Master Etika. I greet you, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Greetings to you, fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Our God will continue to keep us moving forward, because we are demanding for our rights. My name is Sugo, and I am calling from my location, Mazi. I don't think that anyone that is talking about really Biafra issue, that the zoo. The zoo, there was a time when the zoo was trying to shut down our radio. Let me tell you, as of that time, as they are trying to shut down our radio, when they say that we have shut down the Radio Biafra in Enugu, within 2-3 days, you will hear that there is Radio Biafra in Aba. So my point is that there is nothing like the zoo shutting down our Radio Biafra. There is nothing like the zoo locating where the radio. They are tired when it comes to that. That is old story. Because as they are trying to do that, our platform is giving birth to more children that is spreading everywhere in the world. Because Radio Biafra remains the best way to get information. And our leader, Mazi, the prophet of our own time, let me tell you what he said. He said, no man born of a woman can shut down this radio station. And that is where it stands till today. Let us forget about that one. I want to say something, Mazi. See, the effluviums in our land, doctors in our land, we refuse to see the handwriting on the walls. Rather, we are the ones who see that handwriting, and we are pointing it to them, telling them to look at this. This is the destruction that is coming to our land. And instead of them to listen to us, they start killing us, they start going against us. We have friends all over the world, and the zoo citizens, you know that you are a Nigerian, you are a zoo citizen, listen carefully. What is destroying Nigeria today is injustice and the high level of discrimination. But Nigeria, in the face of everybody, Nigeria claims to be one. Why? When it comes to what they are doing, you will see deeply that there is no single unity in Nigeria. Talking of being one, our governors in Southeast, even, let me say, Southwest, they have heard what these people said. They say Presidency will not get to you. That they are the ones that are born to rule. The born to rule mentality that is killing Africa. They are the ones that will hold that post. And this is exactly what we are telling you. This is exactly what we are lamenting. And all of you refuse to listen. When it comes to the truth must stand in our land. Equity, fairness, justice must stand. In the zoo, there is no single equity, fairness. And that is the reason why we are lamenting. But you refuse to listen to us. Now, it has come to your table. You have seen it with your eyes. You heard it before. You refuse to listen. Now you are seeing it with your eyes. We are watching over. We are watching all of you to know what you will do. It's still demanding today total release of our brothers and sisters, every corner in the zoo, every police and the DSS office and the state CID in the zoo, that they are holding our brothers and sisters. We are also demanding the unconditional release of our leader, Mazi, who the zoo, the Zoological Republic and Kenya government, they commit extraordinary rendition against him. We are not going to keep quiet. That is the reason why Friday, sit at home. Friday, sit at home order from the Directorate of State of IPOB must stand. If you don't like it, tell your Zoological Republic government to release innocent people in their custody. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All right, this is Radio Biafra. The announcement is very clear. October 1st, it's a total lockdown. We're not going anywhere. And by the way, we're going to start with the flags. All the flags be down. Any flag, any zoo flag, green, white, green, anywhere you see it, please bring it down, because don't go to the banks. The banks are exempted from this. It's not that the banks are not going to comply. They will have to comply of their own term, and our leaders are talking to them, and we know that they will eventually comply. There's nothing they can do about it. In fact, yesterday I even read that 2 banks already complied already, so they already brought the flags down themselves, which is what we expect. Biafra is our land, and there is nothing anybody can do to. Nigeria can try all they want, because they're trying, and no, they're even paying people to go out there and tell the world that Nigeria should be world. But you start realizing that when you pay my brothers here in America, when you pay them that kind of money, they don't lie. They will say, make it very public. I remember in the 80s, a friend of mine went for an interview with all these girls who were looking for green card at the time. And they went on an interview, and when they came back, the guy was like, my girlfriend screwed up. I said, what happened? You see, the officer just said to her, so how much did he pay you? The guy gave you like 5,000 to come do this job. And the guy went, no, you only gave me $500 and he's not even finished the payment. Just a kata for you. So they just met somebody at the embassy. Why are you carrying the flag? We're protesting. And before you know it, the man who is protesting took down his mask to explain himself very well to this person. You know something? I get paid. I support brothers, and you know, anywhere I see brothers and they request me to do something, I will do it. That was Nigeria paid him to come and protest. And that's like kata for you. That's my brother. That's my buddies. Because they don't lie. They will say it the way it is. You're not going to do anything to them. You paid him money to come and... In fact, somebody said $500. No way. Absolutely no way anybody going to be paid $500. $20 will do that job. 20. All he needs to know is take him from the Bronx, give him a T-shirt, give him the flag, promise to bring him back, take him there, bring him back, $20. And that's it. You don't need $500. We're talking about 500 naira. Talk about $500. Who's going to give it? The man that is sharing the money probably took $500 from the government, but the rest of the money will go in his pocket. Because there's no way, in fact, he will have Nigerian man, he will negotiate for even, the most he can go is maybe $50, and I doubt it, if they will go up to that. They're just paying people to come in. We're happy anyway. Like I said, somebody's asking me a question here. Things like that is very welcome. That's what is expected. Now that they are running around killing themselves, they won't give order, because the people have bought the idea of IPOB. Our land belongs to us. We have taken back our land, and there is nothing, I mean, absolutely nothing that these people will do People that are going out to work, even though the Monday sit at home have been terminated and people decide to stay home, this is their decision. The only thing that we have warned you already, what they want to do, they want to use that opportunity or that privilege to say, oh, because IPOB, the ones that are robbing people, the ones that are stopping people. No, that's what we're saying. Wait in your houses. Don't bother yourself going out there on Mondays. If there's going to be any sit at home, we'll let you know. That's exactly what the DOS have told us. This is suspended, doesn't mean that it has been removed. No, it has not been removed completely. It's only a suspended thing, and because we almost lost control of it. So what they did is right. Now, like the 1st of October, you've been told total lockdown. It's an announcement. Let me see how anybody will go out there, especially when say sit at home and sit at home. Sit at home means sit in your homes. And that's what we're going to do. On the 21st of October, if we don't see our leader out there in court, we'll continue. It's not going to be over until it is over. That is the story. That's the message. The message is that until we get our freedom, nothing is going to happen. You can talk of all the peace that you want, but you know something? Peace without freedom, freedom without peace. What peace and justice? That's what we're talking about. That's exactly what the good singers have talked about. Take a very short break and I'll be right back.
And they start talking about, you see, ESN money or, issues like that is not meant for public consumption. Biafra should be smart to understand that those type of people are the enemies within. Because people call on your program, you don't know them, they will, start throwing, questions that are out of what we are doing. But they are looking for vital information. For the DOS to divulge that information, they will grab it and go and use it to be, fighting to destroy what we are doing. Our people should be smart. I will give you an example, Mazi Ike. Mazi Alozie, if he's listening to your program, he will remember there was a program he hosted a couple of weeks ago. There was a coordinator that called in from, I think, Canada. Chi Wetala or something like that, or Chi Wakweze. He's an officer, I think, a coordinator in Canada. He called in that day, was demanding some critical information about ESN. This particular guy. I remember calling into that program, condemning what he said, and other people also depicted such things. He should not be able, he shouldn't come to Radio Biafra to be asking those sensitive questions about, logistics, about this operation of ESN. And this person is saying he's working for IPOB. That same person today is among the people that were expelled from IPOB. That same guy today is among this Nelly of Facebook group. You see how they roll? You see how they roll?
Yeah.
But this particular guy, when he said that thing, if you say you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you want Biafra, oh, you are resolute, you are formidable, you're this, you're that. You did not bring any suggestion to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he was forming ESN. You did not come to bring any suggestion to Biafrans or to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or DOS during the time they were forming what? ESN. You were there. ESN was launched. So who are you now to come to be asking information about their operations, about their setup, about issues concerning ESN? You are nobody. What those people are doing is for them to come throw a question on Radio Biafra so that a member of DOS will give out information because they know ESN is under Sechina Tamuru.
Yes.
So this is how they roll.
Exactly.
When they come to speak on Radio Biafra, asking those sensitive questions to grab information, I thank God that our people now are beginning to be smart.
Thank you very much.
To decode them.
No.
So thank you, Mazi Ike, for what you are doing.
Thank you, sir.
I want our people to be smart.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. This is exactly the same thing that we've been saying. I said yesterday when the guy spoke about that thing, I froze. I said, I hope Chinas and will also answer this person. This person is an idiot. But you know something? He answered the thing, but I don't, because nobody in his right sense of mind will bring that kind of question. What has that got to do with what we're saying? How many people among those people that you have gone to take those children and say, you know what? Because first of all, ESN, they are not in the city. They are not like a registered policeman or registered civil servants that you know where they live, you know their family, you know their children. All of a sudden you're saying, oh, their children are not going to school. Such idiots, when they come on board, please make sure that you just put them where they belong. Because our leader will not even answer questions like that. Because that one, I told you, defense funds ended after he came to New York. But when you hear this defense fund, the way they were shouting about it, it's like he took millions. He came to New York, over the center, where people are. How many people have contributed to the defense fund? Or 2 people. Now he to tell us how much money New York, America has contributed for defense fund. Hey, I want to mandate with our defense. I could have told them, you know something, at the end of the program, take your money back. Because there was nothing, but they were making so much noise about it. That's the same distraction that are going to ESN right now. And we won't let it happen. We will not allow them to disorganize what we are doing. When they come with stupid questions, garbage in, garbage out, when they ask a stupid question, please give them a very stupid answer so that the person will realize that it's not making any sense. But the interactive session was good, and I love it. I love it very, very much. I loved it so much, especially when it involved the DOS, so they can sit down there and answer some of these questions that people keep throwing. But what I'm saying is that because you're trying to be nice, please don't let these people drag you into getting involved in something, information that we don't need. Tell us only what we need to know, and that's the way it is, because we're not a political party. We're not debating or voting on anything. This is Radio Biafra USA 2. We're going off air this time. Let me make room for Mazi that is coming in. Tomorrow is another day. We'll be together again. If you didn't have opportunity to call me today, talk to me today, tomorrow, believe me, by His grace, we shall all be here. Thank God for life and God allowing it the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. There's nothing they can do to stop us. So we are formidable. We are IPOB. And the IPOB means freedom, freedom, freedom. And that's exactly what it is. All right, from here, I have to turn off this system at this time because I'm trying to get to the national anthem. But unfortunately, like I told you, technology is something that they take control of you. When you want them, they don't come. When you don't want them is when they are ready to rumble. So I'm trying to get you to understand that 1st of October, still reminding you, it's complete lockdown. That's exactly what it's going to be. This is Radio Biafra. We're going to be at this time. By His grace, tomorrow we shall be together again. I can see, unfortunately, the lines are still open. People are still wanting to make calls, but I've shut down the lines. I cannot take any more calls. Tomorrow, we shall be together again. God bless you. Don't forget that Biafra is our religion. And here on Radio Biafra is where we worship. We tell all the truths that we can tell. If you need information about IPOB, about Biafra, please tune in. Always tune in to Radio Biafra. It's on 247. From here, from us, it's goodbye. Talk to you again tomorrow.
ihe na mmadụ na-eme akara aka niile abụrụ ofu oke solo ngwere ma mmiri ọkọchanụ ngwere ọ ga-akọta oke nwamụbanụ uji eji otukwu na na-abụba agụ ya onye anya ukwu ka ndị wayo na-ekwu iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya ọrụ onye na-enye gị ndụmọdụ onye na-anụla okwu okenye bụkwa ihe dị mma isi awa bụ onye amamihe onye nzuzu na-achị isi awọ onye iberibe na-akapụ nka ndụmọdụ ibu na onwe gị ka mma ọrụ ụdị enyi ihe eme ọtụtụ ọhịa bụ ọtụtụ nrafụ nwangụdu eti better than 10 ka amarụju afọ ọdachi ụzọ ma mbụrụ ama ofe ụzọ n'ahụ iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na nke ya dịka onye ka ị na-eso n'azụ onye na-eso n'aka n'ebe onye na-achụ ma ihe na-achụ ya onye na-agbasi ma mmadụ ebe ọsọ ya iji ụwa bụkwa onye na-achị ya